Evening fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here with another 50p video, but this time it's slightly different. It's a second episode of the good, the bad and the ugly. So this will entail a little roundup of what I've been looking at over on eBay during the last couple of days. If I tend to find something interesting, then I'll do a screenshot of it and then we'll have a little look at it in this video. So the first coin you have in front of you is the Isle of Man 1973 Viking Ship 50p, and this is an uncirculated one. And the reason I chose this one as one of the first coins is because I've been doing the Isle of Man Milner's Tower date run, and I do have other Isle of Man 50p's as well, but the Viking ships one is one that I have steered away from, shall we say. Turbulent waters if you go down the route of collecting these coins, and the reason for that is, if I just zoom the camera out a little bit, this is the 1973 coin and the seller is looking £295 plus £10 postage. Now, at the time of doing this, there was 6 minutes 4 seconds left on the auction and nobody had bid yet. Shockingly expensive, these coins. I think the 72, 73, 74 coins are the really expensive ones. So if you are looking to do a date run of Viking coins which are pre 1997, which is what I tend to collect, 1997 onwards, then you need to have deep wallets. So that's the first coin to take a look at tonight for any of you serious Isle of Man 50p collectors. Okay, so if you think I was joking, this is another Isle of Man Viking Ship 50p. Looks pretty similar to the one you saw before. And this one is a 1974 Viking Ship 50p uncirculated. And this one is, oh Jesus, I need some Valium or something to calm me down. £395 plus the obligatory £10 postage, so £405 for this coin. In fairness, no offers yet, and I would believe, looking at the postage and the price, that these coins have come from the same seller. And in fairness to that seller, these are what those coins tend to go for. So top dollar, yes, but not out of the realms of possibility. So I just thought I'd throw that one in for you, just to show, if you are into collecting your 50p's, how easy it is to spend over £500, well, £600-700 in just a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have to squeeze in one of the Milner's Towers 50p's after having a look at the Viking ships 50p's. What would leave a serious hole in your pocket? So the Milner's Tower series, a much more affordable series to collect, apart from the certain 2004 die numbers, but we'll not go into that here. So this particular Milner's Tower, I thought I would flag this up because this is a rare 2015 Milner's Tower 50p, and I did have a good look at it. You may just be able to see it there, but that is an AC die mark, or sorry, a BC die mark, isn't it? Yeah, I think it was a BC die mark on that. So it's not particularly rare, and the reason I put this on is because the bar's looking £155 for it. So for anybody out there who's collecting the Milner's Towers 50p, none of them are worth £155 for a 2015 with a BC £10 to £15. So just be careful what you're buying out there. This is definitely one of the bad ones. Wanted the Milner's Tower 50p that cost £155. Admittedly with free postage. I wonder, does he do returns? Probably not. Anyway, on to the next one. And the next coin we're looking at, of course, is an Isaac Newton coin. So my favourite coin of all, and I've been sort of watching these over the last couple of weeks quite intently, along with the Milner's Tower 50p's, the Isle of Man Christmas 50p's, the Gibraltar 50p's, the Jersey 50p's, and certain Falkland 50p's as well. So this is a rare Sir Isaac Newton 50p coin, not circulated. and £515 plus free postage. So this one is elevated out of the bad and into the ugly. I can only hope that no one would ever be foolish enough that they would think paying £515 for a coin is acceptable. So this is a case of either money laundering, buyer just trying to take advantage of somebody, or somebody with maybe too much money. But either way, don't be conned into paying something that's £515 plus postage. So on to the next. Okay, so this is what you should be buying. This is the proper genuine Isaac Newton at a reasonable price. And if we have a little look down, this is the 2018 one. It's not the 2017 one, as the seller rightly points out. And this one, according to this seller, has a mintage of 20,826. I've heard varying different numbers, but they all seem to range from the late 18,000s up to just under 21,000. So different sources will say different numbers, but still a very, very low mintage. And if you've been watching my videos, I've been buying these coins, and this one was at £29 plus £1 postage. Do you think I bought it? So there we go, that's a good one. That's my recommendation for one of the very, very few 50p's that you can turn a profit on. Don't take any financial advice from me, though. This will be the 2018 50p flop coin. So, but no, I've bought enough of them that I've put my money where my mouth is with these. But I am prepared to give it 5 to 10 years to see what happens with them. So there we go. That's the one that I watch mostly on eBay, and there is plenty of them come up for sale, but that number will dwindle over the future years, hopefully. If not, I'm in trouble. Right, on to the next. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at, apologies for the picture not being great on this, but this is the Royal Mint Advent Calendar for 2021. It has a coloured BU coin inside. These cost £30 from the Royal Mint, so effectively £20 for the colour coin and a tenner for the calendar. But the reason, apart from the price that this buyer's looking, the reason for putting this on is that if you bought one of these, you were entered into a competition where you could win a Royal Mint calendar with a gold coin in it. So it was something I gave consideration purchasing, but decided against it really at the time, just because simply it wasn't 50p orientated. But did you get one of these calendars? Did you know that if you bought it, you had a chance of winning a gold coin? I think what they do is put the gold coin in a calendar and post it out to you. But anyway, really nice, and good luck to anybody who wins that. On to the next. Okay, so firstly, fantastic job to this seller who's put his Isaac Newton coin on the two little plate stands. Really, really cool. Watch my video on those where I bought 100 of them and put coins up. But this particular Isaac Newton coin is a 2017 Strike Your Own Isaac Newton 50p coin, and it's sold for £37.50 and £2.50 postage, so 40 quid, which is roughly 25% above what a 2018 version would sell for. Now, the reason I have put this on is it's one of those caveat emptor situations. If you buy one of these coins, you cannot be guaranteed that you're going to get a 2017 Strike Your Own Isaac Newton coin. And the reason for that is quite simple. This cardboard envelope that they used remained the same for the 2017 and the 2018 version. Anybody who's unscrupulous will take the 2018 coin out. They'll possibly have it slabbed, or they'll possibly put it in some sort of a different capsule. They'll then sell it on as a 2018 coin, but they won't make any reference to the cardboard holder. What they will do is then take a 2017 bank Isaac Newton that you can pick up off eBay for cheap as chips, and they'll put a bank Isaac Newton in there, and the buyer will not be able to tell the difference, and you will end up paying for a coin that is basically a standard bank coin. So be very careful if you're buying a 2017 coin. There's no way really to check it, but it is something that is entirely possible to happen. If you look on eBay, you will see the 2018 coin being sold without the cardboard booklet. If the 2018 coin doesn't have the cardboard booklet with it, then I wouldn't be buying it, I'd be questioning it. So there we go, that's that one, keep an eye out for that. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at is Victoria Cross Heroic Acts and the Medals set from 2006, and this is the silver proof PA4 set. And this is a set that I've been watching. They don't come up too often on eBay, and when they do, I tend to watch the price on them. It's one of those things that probably, no matter how cheap it went, I wouldn't buy a second set because I've got it already, and it's not worth the hassle of buying these things to flip them to make, you know, a couple of quid and have all the hassle, postage and anything else. So not really worth flipping in my mind, but just interesting to see what other collectors are paying for them. And it, of course, it reminds me that other people out there are collecting the same sort of thing as me. So 2006 Victoria Cross silver proof PA4 50p coin set, COA box and card outer. Good description, covers everything there. £60 it went for, and £5.90 postage. So the £5.90 postage slightly on the high side, but you know, fair enough still. And £60, which I think for two PA4 coins from 2006 isn't a bad price at all. And every time I see these coins, I do point out that it's the only time you've been able to get a 50p in a dual set released at the same time. So these coins have a bit of uniqueness in themselves, just simply the way they were sold and the fact they were a dual set. So a good buy in my opinion, and one that I had my eye on, that I was tempted to go for. Okay, so for any of you avid coin collectors of the 50p that watched my previous video, this is one of the holy altars of the 50p. This is the celebrating the 50 years of the 50p silver proof set, and this is the set we had a look at earlier on to have a look at the toning on it. So this set went for £199.99, 200 quid plus 6 quid postage. When these first came out, you wouldn't have got the postage on one of these for 200 quid, but that's what they're selling for. I saw another one go recently for 186. Again, this is one of the things I keep an eye on, and the reason for that is it has the Kew Gardens coin in it, and there's only 1,969 of those silver proof Qs. So you know how popular the bunk ones are. Again, the original 2009 silver proof Q had a much higher mintage and commands a good price. So the other coins in this set are a bit sort of dead in terms of second-hand value, but that Q coin is a low mintage coin and could possibly do well in the future. Again, don't take any financial advice from me. On to the next one. Okay, so the next coin we have is, by definition, it's a new pence, and it's a 5p, and it's from 1969. And if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know I do like error coins, and this particular error coin really did catch my eye. Simply, you can see where the milling has struck and the rim of the other coin has struck. So to me it was a really interesting striking error, and it was one that I actually looked at buying, and then I thought, you know, if it's at the right money, which for me, to be honest, I wasn't really going to pay more than £10 for this, but I was prepared to buy it and, you know, chuck it in my oddment shelf. So kept an eye on it, and in the end this coin actually went for £62, 10 bids. So a really good price for that coin, but in my opinion a really good error. And I do like a good error coin. It doesn't matter what denomination it's on, but something interesting like that, you're not going to come across it too often, and it looks a bit like an old-fashioned beer pool. But there you go, something a bit interesting, and I do keep an eye out on misstrikes, etc. So I was hoping to get this for a tenner. I was well and truly out. £62, free postage. Nice job, nice coin. Okay, so this coin is one that I really hemmed and had with. I really did consider buying this coin, and in fact I did bid on it. The maximum bid I put in on this coin was £13. Why £13, I hear you ask? Well, A, it's my favourite coin, so I thought it doesn't hurt to have another one. But B, the coin is described in the description as having marks and imperfections on the surface. So I did consider buying this and buying a thing of the easiest, as I mentioned in the previous video, and I was going to clean this Isaac Newton coin with easiest and see if it made any difference. But my bid of £13 was surpassed by a winning bid of £14.69. So that, along with the postage, brought it just over £20. Now, if they are just fingerprints on the coin and they're not scratches, then possibly this buyer has got a really good deal. But I thought this was really good, a nice way to get a silver proof coin if you're not too worried about the condition on it, if you want to fill that important space in yourself. People don't complain about scratches and marks when they're buying a 300-400-year-old coin and filling that space in their collection. It is what it is with coins, and to be honest, to a certain extent, I think it's more important to have the coin than to be worried about the condition of it. Hence why I don't really slab my coins, because I'd rather have more coins than spend the money on slabbing them. But anyway, I digress. So there we go. I think that was a really, really good buy for somebody out there, and I nearly had it, but it slipped through my fingers. Okay, on to the next. Okay, so I mentioned at the start of the video about collecting coins from territories that have been struck by the Popjoy Mint, and this particular coin is one of the coins that is legendary if you collect Isle of Man 50p's. This coin is the 2003 The Snowman and James coin, and this coin commands a mega premium for a standard cupronickel or a silver proof 50p. Whichever version you buy, you're going to pay a lot of money for it, and this is probably the main reason I didn't start collecting Isle of Man Christmas 50p's, because if you're like me and you're a completist and you want to finish the set, it doesn't take many coins at the sort of price that this coin goes for before it becomes a lifetime's work, rather than something you can knock out in a year. Give you an example: the Isle of Man Milner's Towers, reasonable amount of cost, a couple of £100 probably associated with that, but not a bank breaker, manageable. The Isle of Man Christmas coins, you may sell the house, sell your granny, and get yourself a second mortgage, because these coins, the 2003, there it is, the silver proof, it's number 76 out of 500. £310 plus £8.20 postage. So 5 bids on it. That could have just been two bidders going against each other, or it could have been 3 or 4 separate bidders. But £310, it's not so much there was 5 bids, it's the fact that somebody, more than one person possibly, or inevitably, as Thanos would say, I am an inevitable, would actually pay that sort of money for the coin. So phenomenal for anybody who's thinking of collecting 50p's out there. There's collecting 50p's from your pocket change, and then there's collecting 50p's in these sort of date runs. It's just amazing when you get into it. Right, and the very final one then we have coming up. Okay, so the very final thing you're having to look at is the D-Day print that is up in the wall, and that's the 1994 D-Day invasion, land, sea and air, designed by John Mills. That particular thing in the wall is a limited edition print, and that's a certain number out of 1,000. So the reason for showing you that is this appeared on eBay the other day, which is the exact one that I have. It's another one of the 1,000 that are out there. So, in fairness, there's nothing particularly that rare about it. There is, another 998 of them. But I put this one on my eBay watch list because nobody else seemed to be interested in it. And I thought, well, maybe I could use it in a giveaway. Maybe somebody out there might like it. Maybe somebody would appreciate it more than the £5.50 that I bought it for. So yeah, basically when I looked at this, it was on £5. It sat on £5 the whole time it was just on one bid, and in the last sort of 10 seconds I did my normal sniping maneuver and sniped in with a maximum high bid of £15. I thought, well, you know, if I get it for under 20 quid, it's a touch. So I was well surprised when it went to £5.50, and for the last couple of seconds that's where it stayed. So I got it for £5.50 plus £1.83 postage, which in my books is what, £7 and 8p, something like that. So what is it, £6.50, £6.88. I should do my maths better, shouldn't it? Cost me less on eBay. So I picked this up for £5.50, and for me that has got to be one of the purchases of the year. Now, I don't know what you guys think, but I'm interested to take opinions on it. For the one that was up in the wall, I think I paid about £50, and for this one down here, paid £5.50. So if you keep an eye on eBay, there's always something interesting that comes up. Yeah, it's a double, but I'm sure there'll be somebody out there in one of my giveaways would like to win this. So leave a comment down below. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. That's this week's roundup of the good, the bad and the ugly. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll do episode 3 next week. And that's it for now. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.